If you're looking for live local music from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, you came to the right place. Welcome to Hugh Shows.
We're all at the Hugh Show. It's a lot of fun. He's got all the answers. Yeah, he's got them written down. So let's all watch a Hugh Show till he gets to number one. Yeah.
Thank you so much for tuning in. I am your host, Hugh Twyman, and I have been writing a music and photography blog in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania for 16 years. Check me out at HughShows.com and follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at HughShows. My musical guest for this edition of Hugh Show's Social Distance Television is Chip and the Charge-Ups, a Pittsburgh power pop band who consistently captivate audience with several distinctive elements, including infectious songs, a swaggy wardrobe, fun choreography, and ingenious mashups. They just released their latest offering, the 9-track power-packed album entitled Lightning in Our Veins last month. Would you all please welcome two-fourths of the band, father-daughter rockers, Chip and Melina Dominick. Hello, are we there?
Hey, we're here.
Right on. Thank you for doing this. How are you?
Doing great. Thanks for having us on.
Oh, it's my pleasure. You know, you've been on the scene for a while, especially you, Chip. And this is like a nice opportunity to be able to highlight some of, Pittsburgh's finest. And, even through all this, we're going to still plow through and try to do what we can. How's pandemic life for you two?
Probably a little different for us. I mean, my days aren't a whole lot different, but
my days are completely different with school being canceled and being at home all the time.
So, Melina, you're a senior.
Yes, I am.
And you're done, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so my daughter was a senior last year, so she's a first year in college, and so she just got finished. And my other daughter, she's in 10th grade, so she just got finished with that. So are you like totally bumming that you're missing out on all that stuff, that senior rite of passage, or?
Yeah, absolutely. I wrote a song about it and dedicated it to the class of 2020. It's called Don't Forget Me, and it's just about missing out on senior year and not getting to see my friends for the last time.
Yeah, I saw that on the news. It was featured on the news, and then I watched it. It's online, and that's a great way to even, take away a little bit of the hurt with something positive. And I'm sure you're getting a lot of good feedback from it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Chip, are you? What's changed for you? Except having her around 24/7.
well, I spend my days at home working on my music anyway, so not a lot has changed there. But in terms of like the free time, it's like you're home and there's not the distraction to run to the store or whatever. So I've just been feeling very creative. I did a guitar riff series where I did 49 riffs in 39 days of lockdown. And it's just been feeling like since I'm home, I get to be more creative and experiment with music technology a little bit. Since we can't play concerts, we have to find different ways of connecting with our fans remotely. So I find myself delving into that and seeing what I can accomplish or learn through this time. So it's been a time where like life has slowed down a little bit, and it like opened up possibilities to just explore things creatively, learn things intellectually, and I don't know, grow. So I've just been trying to make the most of it. It's an odd, unprecedented situation. So it's kind of one of those things where I'm just trying to see what I could do positively that I have not really had the.
So, you got cut off there. Hello, are you back?
We are. We didn't.
Okay.
We didn't know where it got cut off. So
we
just saw you. Saw you looking, and we're like, uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm like staring. We'll edit that out. But let's get into the music. You're gonna play 3 songs. I guess the first one's called Toxic Human from your latest release, which is called Lightning in Our Veins, which just came out April last month.
Yeah, yeah. So unlike what one may expect from the title, it is not coronavirus inspired at all. We had actually written and recorded this song last year, and it just kind of, again, going back to like positivity, some people can rub you the wrong way, and it can spiral into a negative thing. We just try to turn it into something positive and create a piece of art around that topic. So that's what Toxic Human's all about.
Fantastic. So we're gonna hear Toxic Human from Lightning in Our Veins, and take it away.
2, 3, 4. Like you're made in a factory, next in line right behind Ken and Barbie. You think you're perfect, you're where you're going, tell the world that you're worth it. People by never looking past your skin, like ignoring side effects of medicine. They think you're perfect, there's the truth but you find a way to blur it. Books with such beautiful covers don't have the best story, but your shell shines so people assume that your inside's also worthy of glory. Sooner or later, you leave people fuming, everyone finds out you're a toxic human. Sooner or later, you leave people fuming, everyone finds out you're a toxic human. Yeah. Let's rewind the story of greatest hits. Tombstones line up, graveyard of relationships. You're not so perfect, you'd win a heart only to find a way to hurt it. Blows my mind that people still give you trust. Don't they see the estranged friendships in your dust? Hindsight is perfect. You prove the chances that you got were never worth it. When people look in your eyes, they don't notice no twitches. But if they looked over your shoulders, they'd see all the smoke from the burning of bridges. Sooner or later, you leave people fuming, everyone finds out you're a toxic human. Sooner or later, you leave people fuming, everyone finds out you're a toxic human.
A revolving door, people you call friends.
The only ones who stay are those with no self-respect.
Cause if they know your past, they know this is true.
Once you get what you want, you will drop them too.
A revolving door, people you call friends.
The only ones who stay are those with no self-respect.
Cause if they know your past, they know this is true.
Once you get what you want, you will drop them too. Sooner or later, you leave people fuming, everyone finds out you're a toxic human. Sooner or later, you leave people fuming, everyone finds out you're a toxic human.
That was Toxic Human from the latest release from Chip and the Charge Ups called Lightning in Our Veins. Yeah, like Chip, you've been around forever. Like your previous moniker was Chip Dominick.
Chip Dominick.
Chip Dominick. So when did you first started playing out in Pittsburgh?
Started that band in 2005.
Okay, but you grew up in Pittsburgh?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Been my hometown my whole life.
Where at in the city? What
I grew up in Bloomfield, and then I moved out to Moon Township after I got married.
Okay, cool. And then how many kids do you have besides Melina?
One other. I have a son that's younger than Melina.
And are they musically inclined too? Is he?
No, he's Melina is like the creative force, and he's like the intellectual force. They're yin and yang, two sides of the same coin, and love them both.
Yeah. So Melina, when did you start playing?
I started playing music in general when I was in 3rd grade, and that's kind of when I started knowing I wanted to do music. We started playing recorder in elementary school, so that's kind of where my musical career started. But I started playing bass about 7 years ago, I want to say. I think I was about 11, and I played with For Those About to Rock Academy as well as School of Rock when I was a lot younger, and now I'm here. I've been playing with Chip and the Charge-Ups for the past 2 years.
And so did you feel it all forced through your dad, or no, it was just like you were like,
not at all.
Good. And yeah, like I'm not a musician by any means, but I do play, but there's always that temptation to force your musical styles and your musical likings onto your kids. And I tried not to do that, and I don't think I did that because none of them like the Grateful Dead or Pink Floyd. They'll just wear the T-shirts. But yeah, it's a different thing where you're still young, Melina, but you're still rocking out, and now you joined your dad. That's kind of unique at that age. So there wasn't that much pressure, Chip, or was there?
No, not at all. I believe in letting my kids find their own paths and their interests. And I think that's why both of my kids are very, very different from one another. It's just kind of like letting them find what resonates in their own hearts. And one chose music and one chose a more academic type path. So it's kind of interesting, but I think it's awesome that, you just let your kids be who they were born to be. And, certainly if Melina wants to learn anything music wise or whatever, we can bond in that way. But, she's kind of free to be her own person.
All right. Well, that sounds great. You're going to play 2 more songs. The next song is also from the latest release, Lightning in Our Veins. And this is actually my favorite song on the album. It's a different style. It's a little more slowed down, but, not as power rock, but I really enjoyed it. This is called Iced Tea and Lemonade. So take it away.
Spirits just fine on our own. Don't need others to make us feel whole. Cool, independent, so perfectly made. We're separate flavors, and darling, you're lemonade. I'm iced tea or lemonade. You're lemonade. Together, we're tasty as hell. What took so long for this match to be made? A fresh concoction, and darling, you're lemonade. I'm iced tea or lemonade. You're lemonade. I'm iced tea or lemonade. Spirits once solitary, but now we're blended and truly complete. Your lemonade, I'm iced tea or lemonade.
That was Iced Tea and Lemonade from the new album from Chip and the Charge Ups called Lightning in Our Veins. Where did that song originate from?
Well, it was the last one that we wrote for the album. And we actually had several ballads. Like, as we were nearing completion of the album, we were deciding on a ballad to put in there. And none of the ballads that we had written really felt like they fit with the other songs. So just got inspired one day to write Iced Tea and Lemonade. And kind of like the fun story behind that is that since it was like late in the game in terms of recording the album, we weren't really sure like where we wanted to take it. We weren't sure if Melina wanted to sing, or if Melina would sing it, or I would sing it. So I wrote it in a key that we both could sing in. And we ended up, because it was the last one we recorded, we're like, okay, well, let's not like rush that decision. Let's each record a version of it. And then, so we recorded me singing a version and her singing a version, and her version won. You know, it just like, once we had it down, it was like, yes, that's what makes it perfect, her voice. So that's kind of how that song came about.
And I think that's why I appreciate it so much. I just dig the vibe and you know, what she brings to it. And is there anywhere we could hear your version that you sing?
We are going to release that to our Patreon backers later in the year. So we have a Patreon program where for as little as $1 a month, people can subscribe to our Patreon page and get things that no one else in the world gets, whether they're songs, handwritten lyrics, things like that. And so we thought it'd be really cool if we made that something exclusive for them as well. So yeah, later in the year, my version of Iced Tea and Lemonade will be released to those fans.
Sounds great. And yeah, we'll put is there a different link than your website for the Patreon?
Yes, it is patreon.com/thechargeups.
And it's listed right below us. So yeah, so people can jump on that and get all kinds of exclusive goodies. I wanted to talk a little bit before we get into the third song. Like you're a very positive influence in the rock and roll scene. I've been dealing with you for a couple years now. You're never negative, you know, and it's like your music self-described as almost an escapism. And talk a little bit about those two values.
Yeah, a lot of how we feel and what we want to bring to the table is positivity. You know, there's more than enough negativity in the world, and it's not hard to stumble across something negative. You know, you can scroll through your YouTube feed or your Facebook feed, and you know, it's not many swipes before you're off to something that gets your blood boiling. And people need to step away from that. You know, I mean, it's important, obviously, to look for, you know, ways to make things more socially right in the world. Political values are important, especially in an election year, but there's enough resources out there for that. So I think sometimes you just kind of have to balance the scales a little bit and give people something to take them away from that for the moment, and give them another place to go. And that's where we feel that we can come in and just get people's minds off of things for a while, get them to enjoy the world, enjoy art, and kind of escape from all the tension that can be out there. So if we can do that, I think we have a place in the Pittsburgh music scene and the global music scene and the world in general.
Well, keep on doing it. We definitely need, you know, some positive vibes, you know, going on. It's just amazing what's happening throughout the world. But I appreciate you bringing that to the table. Yeah, it's awesome.
Thank you.
We're going to hear one more song, and this is called Front Row, and this is going to be from Flow of the Current Part 1 Plus, and it's not released yet. It's coming out in the fall, correct?
No, this one was actually our first album.
Okay.
From our first album.
Because I think I have the date wrong because it says 9/15/2020. When did the album come out?
The album came out 9/15/2018.
Oh, 2018. Okay. So, yeah. So 2 years ago in September, this is your first album called Flow of the Current Part 1 Plus, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
then this is called Front Row. And do you mind playing it?
We'd love to.
Right on. Here's Front Row from Chip and the Charge Ups.
3, 4. Ba 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 ba. Wanna know why I'm so charged up? My favorite band's rolling into town. Filthy pennies and crunched up dollars. Bought this ticket, time to get unwound. If music's your reason to be, makes you feel so wild and free, grab your boots and get ready to hang with me. Oh, meet me in the front row at the punk rock show. It's where we're born to go. Meet me in the front row. We'll sing ba 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 ba. Need to hear each word that gets sung. Need to feel drums right in my chest. Need the magic that pops when eyes meet. Doesn't count if I ain't drenched in sweat. Loud music's my reason to be. Makes me feel so wild and free. Throw some horns if you wanna rock out with me.
Go, go, let's go.
Meet me in the front row at the punk rock show. It's where we're born to go. Meet me in the front row. We'll sing ba 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 ba. When the crowd gets loud, there's only one place to be. When the lights go down, you know just where to find me. Meet me in the front row at the punk rock show. It's where we're born to go. Meet me in the front row. Meet me in the front row at the punk rock show. It's where we're born to go. Meet me in the front row. We'll sing ba 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 ba.
That was Front Row from Two Force of Chip and the Charge Ups from Flow of the Current Part 1 Plus, which came out in 2018. Do you want to mention the other two members of the band?
Yeah, our drummer is Jeff DePerna, and guitar player is DJ Carruthers. We love those guys, miss those guys. We haven't seen them since the stay-at-home order went into effect, but now that things are easing up a little bit, we look forward to reconvening with them in the same room and getting back to rocking as a foursome.
Have you been Zooming with them or anything, or collaborating via email or anything?
Yeah, we did. What was that? About 2-3 weeks ago, release a video for Unbreakable, where we recorded our parts in separate locations and brought them all together for a video and a kind of a performance style thing where instead of being in the studio with a bunch of overdubs, we just played our parts and brought them together through technology, and it was awesome. And if we have to do more of that, we'll do more of that. And we just love those guys, and we have such a great chemistry with them that it's great that the technology enables us to keep that chemistry alive, even though we can't be in the same room.
Right on. So, Melina, what are your plans for the future after school? What do you go into college or what?
Yes, I plan to go to Duquesne University, and I'm going to be a music technology major.
Nice. So you're going to learn all the ins and outs of the studio and like I guess business side, all kinds of stuff, right?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, well, good luck and congratulations. It still might be, we don't know yet. I'm a teacher. I think they're hinting at come September, we're still going to be at home. So if that's the case, it's just something we have to adapt to. But I can't thank you both for doing this, taking the time to be on the show and playing your tunes. I really do appreciate it.
We appreciate the opportunity, Hugh, and as always, it's great to see you.
Yeah, it's really nice to see both of you. And we can find you online where?
TheChargeUps.com is a great place to start, and that's our website. And from there, people can link to our Facebook page, YouTube channel, Instagram account, Twitter, Snapchat. Basically, anywhere on social media they want to find us, they can link to it with one click from our homepage.
Fantastic. Yeah, Bandcamp here now. There's you got it going. There's a lot of links, and I'm going to have them in the description in the YouTube description. Plus, I'll have a little something here down at the bottom again. Well, Chip and Melina, thank you so much for doing this. I really do appreciate it again.
Thank you. You take care.
Yeah, you too. And thank you all for tuning in. It's a pleasure bringing this to you. You can check me out at HughShows.com. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at HughShows. And I end the program, as always, with the hashtag Support Pittsburgh Music. We'll see you next time.
We have a way of explaining things to you. Yeah, we have a way of explaining things to you. Yeah, we have a way of explaining things to you. Yeah, we have a way of explaining things to you. Yeah, we have a way.